whenever they come from their classes, they always speak in front of me, and they always hit me, targeting me like, look, I can speak well, but you couldn't, because I'm telling you, I'm insisting you just come with me. You also took admission like me, and we both will learn together over that. But in that situations, they were studying English medium school, and I belong to, I mean, government school, right? So it was not possible for me, right, like that.
Right.
So I felt so offended after having the comment of them towards me. Okay, their criticism always hit me up internally and bothering me at my free time whenever I sit into my room and thinking about that past incident. I
Right.
personally consider to evolving your communication skill, up to the mark, I would say. Day-to-day life, you talk to people, enhancing your communication, learning new things, developing the new skill. It's a quite amazing. I was quite habitual of reading books as well as I talked very much, I would say. I
Okay.
speak to people much more. Yeah, that was my strategy, you can say.
Hmm.
Talk. I would recommend all of them to just go through audio call application. Easily they can find on Play Store.
Hello. Hi, good evening.
Yes. Yeah, good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. What about you?
Yeah, I'm exceptionally happy today for having you here. I have been trying for a long period of time, but I was unable to have your
Yeah,
schedule because of busy schedules,
sorry
I think,
for
right?
that. I was really quite busy. And initially I thought it was for thumbnail, so I didn't pay so much attention, but later I feel you also want to talk to me, so then I just scheduled this one. So sorry for that. I just wanted to talk to you, but because of my busy schedule, I didn't make that conversational with you.
It's okay, ma'am. I understand.
So how's everything going on?
Yeah, everything is going fantabulous. There's no complaining in my life, I would say. And I'm really curious to know about you a little bit because we are meeting first time, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, as you know, my name is Rashmi, and I come from the beautiful state of Uttar Pradesh. And I am mother to two lovely kids. I'm a teacher as well, and I'm in this teaching profession for past 10 to 15 years. And nowadays, I'm just working in on this YouTube channel and making conversational videos, some kind of English content in the form of shorts, reels. So I tend to post on all those videos on my YouTube channel. So for that purpose, I have to meet so many people, talk to so many people. So I found this something, an opportunity for me to knowing about the people and their life, the kind of background and culture they come from. So I'm truly sharing this. I'm very happy nowadays because this platform is given me this opportunity to connect with so many people. So this is
Yeah,
something
you're
about me.
right. Mutual feeling, I would say, I have also. Due to that, such kinds of conversation now, just we are going to learn the humans. I mean, people's, tradition, I would say, culture, custom, so many things are related of their life, right? Because of this. And I
Right.
personally consider to evolving your communication skill, up to the mark, I would say. Day-to-day life, you talk to people, enhancing your communication, learning new things, developing the new skill. It's a quite amazing, I think.
Right, right. And YouTube is giving us that platform to share our view and to enhance our vocabulary, our speaking skills, and many more things. So I would love to know about you as well, as we are meeting for the first
Yeah,
time.
why not?
So I would like to know about you.
Yes, why not? So, this is a Chandan here. I live in Bihar state. Professionally, I'm a primary teacher. If I talk about my qualification, I have done BSc. And if I talk about my hobbies, so mostly I love to talk to new people. This is a part of my hobbies, and nowadays I'm also working on my communication skill because I consider this is a very imperative for people, especially in this time. So this is a very important, I think. Right. So yeah, that's all about me.
Oh, wow. So you are primary teacher, and is it government one or private?
Private.
Okay. So I think you have improved a lot. Would you like to share what are those techniques you are using to enhance your communication skill?
Oh, that's great. Thank you for asking, man. I consider like earlier what I used to do earlier, like I used to be through so many books, I would say. Not for standard because that was very difficult for me to read and perceiving entire context of that, stories. So what I felt like going through low standard book, like 5 class, 6 class, that books help you to understand. It will maintain your interest level, and that's the way you can going through, right? You keep reading, and this is the way you are going to learn vocabularies. You are going to learn the experience of author. So many things are you going to learn at the same time, right? So I was quite habitual of reading books as well as I talked very much, I would say. I
Okay.
speak to people much more. Yeah, that was my strategy, you can say,
Hmm.
talking to people. And I always try to utilize vocabularies on the spot. I know this is often difficult for the people to use vocabulary on the spot, right? So I had, a schedule in a day. I have to learn at least two vocabularies, not more than that. Two vocabulary, it's a quite convenient to remember, right?
Hmm.
And after that, after connecting with people, deliberately, literally, I have to utilize that one into my sentence. I had to modify my sentence with the new words. And for that, I have to categorize topic regarding of that vocabulary as well. That was my strategy. So
Oh.
these are the things I used to do earlier. And this is the way
Okay.
I do not consider myself so proficient into this language.
Hmm.
Still, I'm working on. Let's see.
Okay, so as you mentioned, you're working on your vocabulary and you speak as much as it is possible from your side. So, what kind of platforms you are using to talk to people? Because sometimes people complain about it, they don't have that environment. So, how to talk? They don't have any partner. So, in that scenario, in that context, how will you just give your opinion on those who are looking for such an environment?
So I would recommend all of them to just go through audio call application. Easily they can find on Play Store, but they would be use such application for 5 to 6 months more than that.
Okay.
And further, I would like to tell all of them to just go ahead face to face talking, face to face conversation, because this is a more important than using that applications. I would say audio call application will help them only to have the little bit fluency, because in that situation there is no need of focusing on yourself, your expression, your body gestures, and a lot of things you have to sustain
Mm,
equally same time, right? Apart from after using such application for 6 months, I would say they must go through such kinds of video conversation. It is possible, if it is possible for them to talk to face to face any person in their localities, in their family member. So just go ahead.
okay.
Okay. So that's these kinds of methods must help to become
Yeah.
fluent in this language.
Yeah.
I didn't have any person in my day-to-day life, even in my localities. That's why I'm totally dependent on such kinds of platform, I would say.
Okay.
But see people not like me, okay? They must
Mm,
live in a good place. Many of them coming from UK, Canada, and some of different countries, right? So they are having proper environment as well, right? So
mm,
this possibility is there for them, right?
yes, right.
Yeah, so that
Okay.
such kinds of suggestions I would like to give all of them.
I completely agree with that. If you have an environment where you can talk to a person who can really mention your mistakes as well when you are talking to them, then it would be fine. You just make them as a partner and talk as much as possible. And also, one thing is said, if you just want to learn something, any language, not about only English, you just make a friend. You just make a friend from that language who is expert in that language. Then you will have that opportunity to speak as much as you can. And that person is also not going to laugh at you because they are knowing this is not your first language. So if you just want to learn Chinese, Mandarin, then you should make a friend from China, if possible. In you're in part of any university or any college or any in the campus, then you should make a friend from there. And I really recommend this thing what you have said about take audio calls. So for the people who don't have any kind of environment, so they should. There are so many apps nowadays. I have heard about this My CV app and Ace Fluency. There is
Fluency,
mm, something like Hello Talk or Hello Talkie, something like that.
Fluency, Hello Talk, Open
Uh-huh.
Talk. So many applications are
There's
there.
so many applications,
We
and
can
there are
utilize
so
that.
many people who are practicing their English, and then you will get easily a partner there whom you can
This
speak.
could be considered as an artificial environment you are
Mm.
going to create. For
Yeah.
temporary, I would say, but for a long period of time, to have to come into the video conversation like that.
Yes,
This
yes.
must
And
help them.
hmm, at least to start from there, it is okay. But because as we know, non-verbal communication is also important. How you are making eye contact, how you are making your head gestures, hand gestures. These things are also important. So non-verbal communication, like 90% is just people recommend about this is the non-verbal communication, because you just express everything from the 10% of your words in any interview if you are going. They just see your confidence, how you are just behaving there. So your non-verbal communication also matters. So if you're just dependent on only those audio talks, that means you are not improving from your non-verbal skill. So it's very important to
Yes.
have a partner, real partner, with whom you can practice your English as. So that is something really amazing. I really love.
It's obvious things after ending such kinds of, conversation like audio conversation, you have to come into the reality. You have to talk to face people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That situation.
Yes,
If you are quite familiar with that situation, so it would be very convenient for you to express yourself, right?
yes.
At the same time, you have to sustain the situation and whatever needs,
Mm.
right? That's why we have to familiar of that situation very early in our life, I think.
Mm. I think if one just want to improve at a particular speed, like fast, they just want a quick result, they should go for real time practice. That is very important. Even listening is good if you're listening the videos or any kind of audios, then it's fine because the English environment is very important. Also, if you're watching something where in English, the content is in English, and that is with the what to say is like the subtitles, with the subtitles, that is also helpful. But all these things are only passive. You have if you just want to see some kind of improvement in your spoken skill, then you should have to be actively involved in this process. That means you also have to do some brainstorming, you also have to express your thought. So you it is very important to have a real time partner for that. And for that, this kind of videos, like where we just talk on Zoom, and those conversational videos are very famous nowadays on the YouTube. So these kind of videos are also very important if you're going for a particular platform where you have an opportunity to talk to somebody. Then it will also help you if you don't have any such kind of environment, because in India sometimes it is just rare to have a very expert partner. Okay.
Yes,
So
you're right, ma'am.
I would like to ask you, Chandanji, like how you faced this difficulty when you have started learning this language, because we all have the same kind of environment. We are all mostly from Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar people are just reading everything, studying everything in Hindi only, and English is also our teacher used to taught in Hindi as well. So
Yes.
how you improved, and how you have what are those things which motivated you to learn this language?
Yeah, actually, that was just very short story of mine, I would say. Like in the one time, in my locality, my neighbor friend, I would say, they used to take classes from offline, especially about spoken English. They have been going for 4 years, I think, and they have been learning. They always used to go and always, whenever they come from their classes, they always speak in front of me, and they always hit me, targeting me like, look, I can speak with, but you couldn't because I'm telling you, I'm insisting you, you just come with me. You also took, admission like me, and we both will learn together over that. But in that situations, they were studying English medium school, and I belong to, I mean, government school, right? So it was not possible for me, right, like that.
Correct.
So I felt so offended after having the comment of them towards me. Okay, their criticism always hit me up internally and bothering me at my free time whenever I sat into my room and thinking about that past incident. So it hit me up a lot, burning me a lot, their thoughts, their criticisms. So that's why I took decision no matter how, but I have to learn this language. The one questions come into my mind, how how to learn this language, because they used to take classes from this teachers, so they were guided by teacher, right? But being alone, how could learn this language, right? Because there are a lot of things are, I mean, there are many things you have to follow
Yes,
at your
yes,
beginning,
right.
right? So I have phone that time. I consider at least I couldn't I mean get the many ideas of teachers. At least I can watch, I can search on YouTube how to improve this language. Then I just open up on YouTube and just got to search like how to learn English. Then I got to some of ideas of ma'ams, like where ma'am used to say at the beginnings you start talking. It's obvious things you must make little bit mistake at the first time, but it's okay, because whenever we start learning anything, so we made a lot of mistake. It's obvious things. So I just kept following their guidance.
Mm.
After crossing 1 month, I got to learn about the audio call application. I
Okay.
consider this is the best application for finding the equal partner like me. I
Mm.
can talk to him. At least I can create artificial environment for me where I can interact with the people.
Mm.
So this is the way I started talking to people, and it has been going on for 6 months. After that, I got to know about such kinds of video conversation, because that time Skype was going on, a Skype
Mm.
application where the people were coming and talking to people, each other and making such kind of conversation. So I
Mm.
became the part of the application, and there, for that times my journey has started, and
Okay.
I just kept going on. Yeah, that was my journey, but I
Okay.
suffer a lot.
Yeah, but it is very quite evident in your behavior, in your speaking style. You have learned a lot as well. So now all those struggles had paid off, I would say. So,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
and also, as you mentioned, we all have some kind of stories. Like something happened to everybody in life, and sometimes it completely depends upon that person how they are taking it. Is that particular comment negative or positive? Is just breaking you or making you? Completely depends upon how we are taking it. If it is breaking, जैसे कहते हैं ना पत्थर मारा और उस पत्थर को हमने अपने महल को बनाने में यूज कर लिया, तो you just take that opportunity. If it is a criticism, you can't do this, then I will just make that comment and I will make it as a positive criticism. Okay, I will learn it, I will show you I can do this. So I can say like this kind of attitude would be important for everyone, because we all have that kind of opportunity came in our life where you can break or you can make yourself. So I think it's better to make yourself, as you worked on
Yes.
that particular language. And I can say you have just mastered this language. And okay, this is a life learning journey, I think, because the ocean of full of words, full of idioms, there's so many things, not our native language. Even as a native speaker of Hindi, we are not knowing many of the things. So it doesn't matter, it didn't mean it like we are not knowing that. Hindi we are not knowing, there's so many difficult words in Hindi. But we never complain about it. So I can say the same goes with the English as well. Okay. So as you mentioned, you have just given a particular time in your life on this language. You talk to so many people, you just look for all the opportunities and you use it for being productive and being improving and learning this language. So how long have you been on this journey? How much time it has taken to you to come to this particular stage?
I think it has been for 4 years, I would say.
Oh, wow. It's a good time actually. And
Yeah.
what would you say to those people who are just saying, just learn this language in 3 months?
Uh, are you talking about my opinion, na? My
Hmm.
methods, what
Your
I
opinion. Hmm.
gave to others, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
I just simply said to those person who really want to create artificial environment for temporary, only for those people I have recommended, audio call application. At least 3 months they have to do. They
Hmm.
have to know their capability, their capacity, their potential, how much they're able to create sentence with the
Hmm.
grammars, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
After having a little bit confidence level, they can ready for self, just confronting the video call, I mean face-to-face conversation. But before, at least they have to stand for. So that's why I just recommended that application because I didn't use that much audio call application because I got to know this doesn't work. Like talking to people without seeing yourself, without maintaining your expression, it's a different things. Anyone can do, right?
Hmm.
But times comes to face interacting with the people where you have to learn your potential, how much you are confident to
Hmm.
talk to any people by sustaining your confidence and all kinds of things equally, right?
Yes. Hmm.
So
So,
that's why I did the
uh,
same thing.
okay, okay. So I think you are a student.
Yeah, no, not at all now.
Hmm.
That time I was. That
Oh,
time I was.
okay. So, uh, professionally, what you are doing now? You are a primary teacher, as you mentioned. Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. So that's very nice, I think. And anything you just want to ask me, if something in your mind?
Yes, ma'am. Of course, of course. I would love to know about your study background. Like, have you done your entire study in English medium school? You have been through also Hindi medium,
Hmm.
like me.
So yes, I would say I have a love for English from the very from since my childhood actually. So, but I was a Hindi medium student till my 12th class. But somehow, because of my love for the English, I was very good in reading, writing, understanding, reading research papers. When research papers, when later in my life, when I just did BSc, MSc, everything. So after 12th, obviously all the subjects were, all the textbooks were in English, and then I have to write the answers in English as well. So after 12th, my background was, so it didn't feel like me. It didn't feel for me like I was a Hindi medium student because I have so much love for English. So I used to love read so much English, so many books there are, like if there is any magazine, any newspaper, I would love to read everything. So for me, I would I don't say totally or completely Hindi medium background was mine, because I was reading a lot. But when it comes to speaking, then it was a problem, because I don't have that background. At that time I didn't have anything such background. Nobody in my family was like that, whom I can speak in English. Only my uncle was there, but mostly I just talk to him on phone, so sometimes like weekly or for 2 to 3 minutes, because that time it was PCO and this, and then you have to pay for that. So, but when then I decided, when I joined a college, after, so my education was like BSc, MSc, and PhD. I did all my education in science, in zoology subject. But when I joined a college after my appointment in a college, then I felt like I have to speak in English here, because I was a professor at that time. And then I
Wow.
just try to speak with my students. That was a good environment, and then slowly, gradually, I got that confidence. I can speak to them, because my subject, I was just confined to my subject, so it was not that difficult to share, because every term and each words I was knowing, so I have to just translate everything in English. And I was a very good student as well in my whole time in my career. So it was not that difficult for me. But when it comes to simple talk, like general speaking, or beyond my subject, like different topics, I was not a bit aware about all the those terms. related to kitchen, related to politics, related to all those subjects. Then I found like I'm just like uh, what to say, a frog in a well. This is not like a confined to a particular area. And then I just tried to speak on more things, and I started reading many things, and then words getting registered in my brain, and now I am able to, and still I'm learning, I would say. Still I have a difficulty in using advanced words. Even I'm knowing, but I just forget to use it. So some it
Yeah,
is.
one thing I would like to highlight here,
Mm,
translating method, it doesn't work, I would say. It never provide you
no.
that much fluency that what you're expecting from yourself.
Mm,
Since my beginnings, when I started learning, in that situation, I didn't translate even single sentence.
mm,
And that was my strategy. Whatever came out into my mind, just throw out. Just throw and just making a sentence like that. I didn't
yes.
translate. That was the reason I kept working and I got little bit, the fluency.
Mm,
But most of the day, most of the people still, translating Hindu to English,
mm, mm,
Hindi to English, right? It doesn't work because
yes.
our mind is becoming addicted,
Mm,
right? It's getting addiction of translating. So it's a long process. It takes time to translate any sentence.
yes. And
You
in
have
the
to
beginning, where you will start? In the beginning, you have to do something now when you are just going to, because we all have studied like that only. We all are taught like that only. Like Vajara, he's going something like that. We have taught like that only. So it is very natural. This is a different language, you are just going to translate it, but it takes time. When you are knowing all the words related to that, and now you are knowing how to make a sentence, you become comfortable in that language, then it comes naturally, and your brain become like accustomed, or
habitual.
customized or conditioned, or habitual to speak those words, those lines. So think in English, what is actually said nowadays, they start thinking in English. So it can only develop after practice, I think, for a person who
Yeah.
is who is what are you doing? Go. I'm taking class, my
That's
son.
why. That's why, ma'am. That's why I always raise the one point. Just speak as much as you can because
Hmm.
speaking is the way to get better fluency and commanding over this language only,
Yes, right, right.
right?
Hmm.
Books will help you to reminding to refreshing the words what you learned previously through any
Hmm.
sources, I would say. So
Hmm.
obviously the one word has been constructed in multiple, what I mean sentence, right?
Right.
So it would be reminding you what you learn. That's why book reading it's very important.
Very important,
And
because
listening.
that way you just learn how to use it in a particular context. Like this word, like you can't use pathetic everywhere. We say na very bad, you can just replace it with pathetic, but you can't use it everywhere. So when you start reading in context, then you get to know where I have to use this word, where I have to use this one. So this is something.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So this is
And
very important. I always consider one thing I would always consider like becoming, better into, you have to encounter the situations.
mm,
I mean, if somebody will ask you, do you have any questions? So always people said to me like, I don't have any questions. I don't have any topic. This is the biggest weakness of people. They are not willing to raise questions. That's why they are lagging behind. You
mm,
must have enough confidence to raise the questions accordingly. It doesn't matter like whatever experience do you have, just
mm.
give it to.
That's
It's
right.
your opinions will be considered as your
Mm,
opinion. They would never judge you, yeah, humiliate you like you don't know anything about. These are
right,
just
right.
casual opinions of you. So always try to be confident to raise question. This is very important.
Right, right. I completely agree with that and resonate with that actually. So, what do you understand by one? Only one question I just wanted to ask. Like you have learned this language, then what is the definition of for you? Like mastering the language. When we are talking about mastering the language, what is that particular saturation point when a person should consider themselves? I have mastered this language at least. Now I can speak anywhere.
Okay, I personally, it's my perspective about the becoming, considering self master into this language. You must go with the flow. And you must have the convenient, appropriate word to articulate entire sentence with the grammars, I would say. If you are good enough in some of aspect, you must be considered a master in this language, I would say. Many of them not having appropriate word for modification of the entire sentence, they are lagging behind, they are fumbling on the spot. That's why they feel I'm nothing into. If you know how to go with the flow, you are the best into, I would say.
Right,
Because
right.
multiple situations comes in your conversation time, you have to convey your message equally. If you know how to convey your message with the flow, that's the way you will be considered as a master in.
Mm. And is really grammar matters, or one can speak without knowing grammar rules, just
It will
thinking
be,
much about.
little bit other, it would be acceptable, I think. Because we are not good enough in our native language, how could I expect from self in this language to be perfect?
Right.
It's but the constructions must be under comprehensible for others. Okay, must
Yeah.
other people can be able to perceiving what are you talking to.
Hmm.
It must be comprehensible, that would be done enough, I think.
Yeah. So one thing I would like to say here, if you are fluent enough and you are accurate enough, then you can consider yourself at least you have mastered at primary level this language, because
Yes,
the confidence is very much important. If you are not confident enough, then how you are going to share? So at least start yourself as, now I have mastered this language, and the learning is a process which will go for the lifetime. So take
across the
that first
eternity,
step.
I would say.
Yes. Okay.
So it's obvious things like confidence is a very prominent part being a considered self as a good into this language.
Mm,
Confidence always help you in multiple aspects, thinking widely, emphasizing yourself on the spot to just finding the new words or just modification of your sentence. It will never let you down for any situation, at any situation, I would say. Whether are you talking to any expert or beginners, intermediate, whatever level they are, it doesn't matter. You
mm.
would be enough to just express yourself, highlighting your opinion, manifesting your ideas with the convenience. That would be enough, right?
Yes, right, right. So thank you so much for having me here and just inviting me for this conversational sessions. I'm very happy to talk to you actually, and I think we have made meaningful content for viewers as well. So thank you so much for giving me your precious time.
Yeah. Same here, ma'am. Likewise, thank you for inviting me as well and talking to me because I have been watching your videos for a long period of time. But I just wanted to connect with you, but due to mismatch our schedule, we were unable to catch up together, right?
Yes, right, right. So thank you so much, Chandanji. Maybe very soon we are going to connect again.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Thank
Have a
you so
great day.
much.
Bye. Good night. Good night.